Council's draft 2018-19 budget is now available for public comment. The budget sets out Council's proposed funding priorities for the new financial year, so I encourage you to review the document and have your say. We've taken a prudent approach to the 2018-19 budget and sought to balance current community needs with longer-term priorities. The draft budget maintains an average residential rate increase of 2.25, which is in line with the Victorian Government's Fair Go rate system. There is $24.1 million of funding allocated to 64 projects across the Shire, with funding generated in the 2018-19 financial year and drawn from Council's cash reserves. Including works already underway, Council aims to deliver projects worth $18.7 million during the 2018-19 financial year. More than $7.5 million is allocated to asset renewal, which includes the remaking of roads, footpaths, drains and playgrounds. $10 million is allocated to the Surf Coast Multipurpose Stadium, which is our next major community facility to be delivered as part of the Torquay Jan Juc Developer Contribution Plan. Council's allocation anticipates a minimum of $3 million in external funding. Other highlights include the funding for the Yurok soccer pitch, including lighting, $250,000 contribution to the Jan Juc Surf Lifesaving Club rebuild, and another $250,000 to the Anglesea Surf Lifesaving Club. $170,000 for implementation of the Anderson Road Night Reserve Master Plan in Aireys Inlet, $160,000 for Stage 2 of the Lawn Structure Plan. There's $130,000 for lighting upgrades at Elamutta Reserve in Anglesea, and $194,000 for All Abilities Access Changing Places facilities in Anglesea, and $148,000 for a similar facility in Winchelsea. The draft budget continues to support towards environmental leadership, which this year will include a focus on renewable energy, land use and wildlife. Recycling has been in the news a lot lately, and Council's draft 2018-19 budget takes into account the rapidly changing recyclables market. We're proposing an 8% increase to the fixed charge for recycling and waste services. This is in response to the major shift in global recycling markets and in keeping with what other councils are doing statewide. The good news is recycling remains a viable way to sustainably manage waste, but the reality is that it's likely to cost communities more, at least until the supply chain adjusts to a much reduced offshore market for recyclables. So in the meantime, keep up the good job separating the recyclables. Council has delivered a draft budget that includes a range of financial savings and benefits identified through our Business Improvement Program, leading to a much improved financial outlook. The savings found by the organisation exceeded the target we set. This is very important as we know that there is still much work to do in this area, as shown by the Council's long-term financial plan. $2.5 million is provided for Council's ongoing digital transformation program, which will enable us to continue to use technology to modernise and streamline our customer service. You can view the draft budget at surfcoast.vic.gov.au/budget. We welcome your feedback, and submissions close at 4 p.m. on the 24th of May 2018.